world where it is male dominated, we still have women who are taking the globe by storm, women who are changing people's lives, children's lives in that matter. Hi, my name is Dalma Diamond and I am from DS Films, and today we'll be talking to a beautiful, extraordinary woman who has made an amazing, enormous change in the globe, in Zimbabwe. This particular woman that we're going to meet today, she is going to let us in on how she has managed to help the children suffering from XERODERMA PIGMENTOSUM XP, a rare skin disease that has no known cure as yet. So it only needs treatment. Once these children are exposed to the sun, to LV lights and more, they are affected. She will let us in on everything. So let us meet this amazing, extraordinary woman as she lets us in on her journey as a social worker dealing with XP.
My name is Michael Nyawunji. I live here in Bari. I am 15 years old and I was diagnosed with XERODERMA PIGMENTOSUM.
Prosper Gore. Okay, how old are you?
8 years old.
You're 8. Do you go to school?
Yes.
Okay, what grade are you in?
Grade 3.
This is 7-year-old Messi Nazari. Right now she's at the hospital. She's suffering from a condition called XERODERMA PIGMENTOSUM. So Messi, my name is Pauline Mapuvire. I'm actually a married mother of 3 beautiful girls. I'm a former model. Yes, back then I used to model, and I'm an accountant by profession. So yeah, XERODERMA PIGMENTOSUM. So in short, because that medical term is a mouthful, so in short we call it XP. Okay. It's actually a genetic condition that makes one allergic to the sun. Yes, it's actually caused by a faulty gene. We don't know what causes the gene to be faulty, but it's caused by a faulty gene that is found in the mother and the father. It takes 2 to have an offspring with XERODERMA PIGMENTOSUM. The unfortunate part is that we are actually finding these kids from the very poorest of backgrounds, and some of them, they don't have homes. They actually live in makeshift homes, and it's very difficult to now track them. Because some of them live in places like Binga. I don't know why we are actually getting such kids in the poorest environments. Right now, I just wanted to do the statistics. So it's very difficult because I'm just using my resources and going to look for the children. And some of them are referrals because I get people get to phone me and say, we suspect there's a child with that condition, so can you come and have a look? So I then have to drive there, and some areas you can't get there with a car, so you will have to walk. I remember one time I had to walk 20 kilometers. I had to lie about the kilometers because they actually thought I might hesitate and won't. We were living on top of, it was a sort of a hill, a mountain, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it was a sack. They had actually rounded on some tree trunks. They just had to shelter themselves. 2 XP children. How they reached out is the time, because what really happens with these children, they need a lot of medical specialists. The place they can get all these specialists is in the city, and the city being Harare. So somebody actually gave them my number when they had come to a hospital, called me, and they directed me to their place, you see. So that's how I got to know about them. Pageants go hand in hand with charity work. So the charity work that I was doing, I was actually supporting the street kids. So in supporting the street kids, I happened to have met a mother with a child with XP. So to me, she looked bent, like water had been poured on her. So I wanted to ask the mother, but unfortunately, I could not get hold of her. So it so happened that later on that evening, I actually saw her on TV with a child asking for help. So I didn't get her details as well. So I had to go to Pockets Hill and get the details because she really touched me. I really didn't understand what was going on with the child and I wanted to assist. You see, so I started helping the child with my own capacity. So upon saying the mother, upon saying that I'm helping this child, she actually advised me that there was another child with the same condition. If I can help, she would be grateful if I can help her as well. So I ended up having 2 children. Well, I would say it's a calling now. I didn't understand what a calling is, so now I understand what a calling is.
Yes, yes.
Moment, we don't have any funders, we don't have any donors. As I mentioned, that most of them, I'm actually helping them on my individual capacity, and sometimes I get from well-wishers, because I actually help them with sunscreens, because they need sunscreens, they need protective clothing, they need they need the medication, especially the eye ointments, they need mouthwash. Like for the sunscreens, for a month, for one child is about 6 bottles, you see, for a month. Yes, and they are very expensive, because here sunscreens, they cost probably $12 to $15 a bottle. So imagine they need 6 bottles and they go to school in the sun, they have to walk in the sun, and usually they have to apply the sunscreens probably 2-3 times a day. I get the sunscreens outside Zimbabwe, so I could not travel. I could not even purchase and get them come. It was really difficult, and they actually thought I had abandoned them. So COVID, the pandemic, had actually stopped a lot of things. It was like everything was on a hold. The moment there's no special school, like I had said, that this is new to people. They don't know about this condition. They don't know it exists. So they just go to our normal schools. Well, I am hoping that one day probably they'll get a cure. But at the moment, the best treatment is to avoid the sun, because the sun is their biggest enemy. Yeah, their skin does not have to be in contact with UV light. So that's what we're trying to tell people, that if you've got a child with this condition, it's not that they are bewitched or anything, but they have a condition that does not allow them to be in the sun. It has been a very difficult road. I'm actually trying to engage radios from all over, and also trying to raise awareness by moving from one community to the other. So right now I'm in the process of trying to engage the village social workers, the village nurses, so that we can go province by province raising awareness, and also trying to use my pageant, you see. But it's not easy since we don't have funding. It's not easy at all. Yeah, most of the time I'll be using my own resources, and it's not enough. I was really thinking probably if we can have media houses, we can have teachers, we can have communities, I mean, to help spread the word, because what we need to do right now is to spread the word. So everyone, be it individuals, be it corporates, be it to come through, you see, to see how best they can help us. It's not all about money. It's not all about money, you see. So it's not money that we're looking for, but it's actually assistance in kind. It can be in kind, you see. So if they can hear us, especially the media houses, they can go around, they can actually be posting it on social media. We can go on radio, and then we can have the village workers to spread the word, have some gatherings. So really, right now, it's more like I'm in a crisis. We're looking for that help. It was said, or should I say, it is said that this condition is real. From the little research that I've done, it was just said that it's 1 child in every 1 million children born. Wow. But as is right now, we haven't done the statistics, and we have 82 children we have identified. So it seems as if that rareness can be debunked, you see, because we are not 82 million. If we were to do a research, statistics, having a bigger number, we don't know. What we really want is to explore, is to learn more about this condition, and if we can actually get researchers and to research about this condition, because we all don't know what really causes these genes to be faulty. We also want to have these children have a place where they can be excuse me, treated. So we're hoping that one day we can have a hospital. Yeah, but that will also accommodate every other condition, but more specific, it's for XP. Right now we're doing it from their homes. I visit their homes.
Okay.
So we're trying to get a home for them, whereby when they come here, because what really happens is that when they come to Harare, if they miss their doctor's appointment, they actually stay in the streets, waiting for the next appointment. So what we want to have at least probably a house in Harare, where they come. If they miss their appointments, they can be accommodated, because they actually keep getting exposed into the sun when they come to Harare and miss the doctor's appointment, because some come as far as Binga and Plumtree. So when they miss the doctor's appointment, they are then rebooked probably a month from the date they would have missed. So they end up not going back because they've sold probably a cow to get to Harare. So they end up staying in the streets until they meet the next appointment. Initially, these kids have to be active in the evening, and during the day they're indoors, because even the light that penetrates through the window can affect them. Most of them are associating this condition with witchcraft, and unfortunately, it's all the burden is left on the mother, because the father would have walked out. So out of the 82 XP patients we've identified, more than half of them are single mothers. The fathers have walked out, claiming that probably the wife had committed adultery, or she's got snakes in the stomach that are licking the kids. She's a witch. So it's all about witchcraft. They don't know what causes XP. So the knowledge is just not there to help us identify these children, not to ignore, because you know it is most of the time when you talk of these things, you tend not to get any attention. But when you post nudes, you get so much attention. So I am kindly asking to say, please support those kids. Please, these are our future leaders. They need our support.
Well, guys, you heard it for yourselves. She's doing an amazing work, and she is definitely making a change in children's lives. So guys, don't forget to like our page. Please click that bell, that notification bell, so that whenever we are out and about, you are there with us. My name is Dalma Diamond, and of course, this is DS Films signing out. Next week, same place, same time. Love you.